We are officially doing an unannounced announcement. My name is Doug Cornfield. I am here with Dave Clark. Dave is the inspiration behind our new movement, the pulling each other along. It's not really new. We've actually been in the works for this for how long, Dave?
Quite a while.
What is this?
Quite a
What
while.
does this go back to? How did it all happen?
Well, it came back to you and Todd uh, having a conversation with Todd. Got a hold of you to include me in a book he was doing,
Yeah,
and then you threw out a couple of other ideas to him for the book, and it goes back way back to what we do at our camps. We give away a pulling each other along award to someone in that community who's been doing things, great things behind the scenes, and not been recognized for it. And so we highlighted some of those people, some of their stories in the book.
yeah. And so, what's one of your favorite stories that we put in the
I
book?
think one of mine is Jay Lawrence,
Okay.
right down here in Florida, along with, of course, Gavin. Both those stories kind of generated right here in Florida, Fort Myers, Cape Coral area. Jay was our first ever pulling each other along award winner over at Hammond Stadium when we did a camp with the Twins
Right.
minor league affiliate. Jay was a pretty good athlete in high school here and had an accident on Alligator Alley coming back from the east coast of Florida, which left him basically quadriplegic.
Yeah.
Jay didn't let it get him down, his story is amazing because, um, he uh, didn't let that incident slow him down some. He had, I'm sure, some rough periods of time, but now he runs the Florida Stingrays football team.
Right. We might be running out of power. I plugged in, but the power's not going. So if we get cut off, we may re go. But yeah, I love Jay's story and how it all happened. Him becoming the first Pulling Each Other Along award winner. Um, One of the reasons we even started the Pulling Each Other Along winner is because the story of you when you were a child, and a lot of people are familiar with that one little act of kindness that meant so much to Dave that he put it into his book, and I brought these two men together. But another scenario is when we first started doing things together. I got you speaking event out in Chicago, but in January. Dave doesn't like the cold. It's why he's down here in Florida.
That's why we're in front of my
And
house here,
and
yeah.
he's like, I don't want to go get another award. And he actually said, I don't need no more stinking awards, but that shouldn't be on the record, but it is now, I guess. And I said, well, Dave, we're going to meet some people. We got to go out there, and we told these stories, and Dave didn't want to get an award everywhere we go. And so I said, what about us creating an award? And what do you mean? I said, well, let's give an award to people like Ernie Pound. And so we started the Pulling Each Other Along award. Jay was the first winner. And now we're launching the Pulling Each Other Along book, which we are just want to thank you guys for helping so far. What are we at right now? Did you check?
We're around 9,300. Our goal's 12,000.
Right. And for people that are listening in, if we don't get to 12,000, we don't get anything. So if you don't know how the Kickstarter works, then we really need your continued help. Please share this video, other videos. Thank you for helping so far. So up to this point, go to pullingeachotheralong.com. There's a link to the Kickstarter, and you'll be able to see all of these people that are involved in this book. And it's much more than a book. Like Dave has a greeting card that we've created. We want you to be encouraged to thank those that have helped you. You can get greeting cards, you can get shirts, you can get hats, hoodies. We have some special perks right now. Rocky Blyer's got one perk left where you can get a signed jersey. Roger, the great marathoner,
Bannister?
No. Oh my gosh! And I just he won all those marathons in Boston and whatever. And he's got Bill Rogers, and he's got a perk that we just put out there. We can get some of his jerseys that are signed, all sorts of things like that. But the main thing is don't delay. Help us out. There's a lot of people that said they're going to help out that haven't yet. So if you haven't yet, please do. Don't delay. We need to get to that 12,000 mark and possibly create some other goals. And thanks for your participation. One thing that I can quickly mention, since we haven't run out of power yet, is tomorrow for our Pulling Each Other Along show. We have a special guest. It'll actually be two people that had movies made about them in the last 2 weeks. Rocky Blyer last week, and now Sam I think think it's Childers is how you pronounce his name, but everybody just calls him the Machine Gun Preacher. Gerard Butler played him in a movie, and he's going to be our special guest tomorrow, and that's going to be 7 p.m. Eastern with Dave Geis. We're going to have some other special guests from the Punishers group that are also involved in this Pulling Each Other Along book. So thank you for listening in to this quick announcement. Thank you for help us get to that 12,000 mark. We do it one little bit at a time. And Dave, any last words while we start battery?
Just help us today. Don't delay. Get it done if it's on your mind. Don't let it slip. Get it done today. We need your support.
Thank you. Thanks, Dave.
Welcome.
Thank you for pulling us along.
Thank everybody out there.
We'll talk to you guys all tomorrow. Hopefully you listen in. Thanks.